Hi everybody, and welcome back to another quick tutorial. So I've been playing a lot of OHD lately and noticed some of the maps that I've been getting my hands on have that kind of washed out look about them. So I've been using Reshade to pep up the graphical capabilities a bit. So let me show you what I do. So first things first, come to the Reshade webpage and just download it. Quite simple. Just click on that button. Once you've got it, you'll end up with a little executable. Here it is. Just launch it. Now, this needs to be run on the executable, as you can see here from these other games. So where is it? Well, I'm just going to hit browse because it'll remember it from the last time I installed it, which is here. But if you don't know where you find the Harsh Doorstop executable, I'll show you how to track it down. Just fire up Steam, come over here to the little cog there, Properties, and then go to Local Files, Browse. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Click on Harsh Doorstop, click on Binaries, click on Win64, and there it is. So this is the path that you'll need. So as I was saying, let's choose the executable. There's Harsh Doorstop, click on that. We'll go next. Choose whichever flavor you're using. Actually, this has got the most compatibility, this DirectX 10, 11, 12. I always choose this. It's nice to see Vulkan's going to be supported by Reshade, but for the moment, let's just use this. So go next. Next. Now we need to select the packages we want to install. Normally what I do is I just check them all because I like to mess around a lot. But eventually, once you've got sort of a bunch of presets that you like, you won't need to install all of these. But for the moment, I'd say give it a go, experiment, find out what works for you, what doesn't. Okay, right. So now let's click on Next. See, it's all being installed. Takes a while because I've chosen absolutely everything. Okay, so that's done. Let's finish. So now let's just move this out of the way. Don't need that for the moment. I don't need this. In fact, here we go. Here is Harsh Doorstop. Here's where the executable is, and it's installed all of this Reshade gubbins right here. Okay, so let's get into the game. So the first time Reshade installs itself on OHD, you'll have to go through the tutorial, which is a little bit of a pain, but we'll just hit home and we'll just go skip tutorial. There you go. So here's a Reshade, but we can just close it down with home, the home key. That's the default for bringing it up. Right, so now what I want to do, well, let's go into single player and we'll go into training grounds. In fact, I'll just lower the troops, otherwise it gets very noisy very quickly. So here we are in game, and to bring up Reshade once more, just hit that home key. There you go, and we can start clicking around with all these different presets. See, some are quite extreme, but you can experiment to your heart's content. Now, one thing you can actually do with Reshade is bring in presets that you found on the internet. Now, there's plenty of places you can get them from. Personally, I've been going here, and I'll just show you quickly. Here we have sfx.thelazy.net. This is basically a repository of all settings for Reshade and SweetFX, which I think was actually the predecessor, or it was a competitor, I can't remember. Anyway, loads of presets are found here. Now obviously there's no Operation Harsh Doorstop presets, but what I have been doing is trying out a few Insurgency Sandstorm ones because, you know, same type of environments used in both sets of games, you know, the desert maps. To grab a preset, all you've got to do is just click on the link and it will download to your hard drive. Now, one other feature I like about this website in particular is it does previews. So just click on one of these previews here and you just move the slider to see the before and after effect. You might not see anything because some of these changes can be quite subtle, but there you go, nice feature to have. Right, so once you've got the preset downloaded on your PC, like I have here already, all you need to do is drag it over to the same folder where you've got Reshade and the executable installed. So let's launch it. I'll actually move this out of the way again as well. Right, so to use the pre-shade, or the preset rather, it's getting very confusing with all these words, just come up here to Reshade preset, click on that, and there it is. Insurgency Sandstorm, a real life mod, INI. There you go, it's installed. As you can see, a little bit of a subtle change, but you see they're using these different effects here. So that works quite nice. That's a nice little trick. So if there's nothing for HD, just search around, experiment, see what might work for you. I'd probably suggest maybe trying to grab some presets for, say, Battlefield 3 and 4, just to try them out. Anyway, what do you do if you want to create some of your own? Well, I've done that already, so let's try mine out. Okay, so I'm going to move another one over. Here's the one I created before with the rather long name. Take the hint. Okay, and we're going to install that. So same thing, same deal as before. Click here. Click on that, and that's my setup, which I kind of prefer. I think it looks pretty good. Get rid of that. Yes, that does look nice. Right, so instead of having to bring up the home window as well constantly, we should set up a toggle effect key. So to do that, just come into settings, and there it is, effect toggle key. And I've actually set it up already with, well, that is actually the question mark, but there you go, K, L, whatever. Go back to question mark, which is for some reason coming up as OEM, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you've got a key in there, who cares? Right, so I'll press home again just to get rid of it. That's the only problem. That is an issue that's going to drive you bananas as you set it up. Click on here, click on home, and then press the home key. You've got rid of it. And now to toggle the effect, just hit whatever key you've assigned. There you go, on, off, on, off. As you can see, it makes a world of difference. So, one final thing, what do you do if you want to edit a preset or create a new one from scratch? To edit one, what you need to do is make a copy first before you make any changes. So let's do that right now by clicking on this little plus sign. Make sure that is ticked, duplicate current preset, and then you call it what you want to do. And I'm going to actually apply the comic setting effect. So let's just call it comic for argument's sake. Okay. So the name has changed, and then I'll add that, and then I can just do a save. Okay, so I've got that extra bit there, and now it looks like something out of Borderlands. And then we can flip back to the HipCelt one, my original. There you go. Or flip back again to comic. And then what you could do is you could just grab a copy of this and send it to friends if you want, if they want a copy of your preset. There we go. Right, so finally, how do you set up a preset from scratch? Quite similar to the last example. Come up here, click on the plus, untick this, give it a name. I'll call it Bum Fluff. Hit return. There you go, and it's wiped all of the settings from before, so you've got to start from scratch, which, hey, it's a lot of fun. Well, I think so. But anyway, let's move on to the next vid.